Hello, hello. Hey, y'all. How are y'all? Happy Friday. How's everyone doing? Sorry, just trying to get stuff over to the screen. Hey, everyone. Welcome back to my weekly live stream. I'm going to try to do Instagram and everything at one time because I'm trying to get in and out. In and out. Happy Friday. I'll give everybody time to join us and everything. Yeah. Hello. So I'm back at noon again, y'all. I was trying to do 7 o'clock, but I'm a mom. That's why, hence why I'm a mompreneur. And 7 o'clock was not working for me. Like that's bedtime sometimes. It's a lot of stuff going on around 7 p.m. So for me, it's not working. I don't know if it's working for you guys. I do get a lot more love around 7 p.m. and I'm gonna try to do it, but the kids' schedules be scheduling. So, like I said, hey everyone, welcome back to my weekly live stream. I'm so glad you're here. If this is your first time joining, welcome. I'm Corrine from Faith Accounting Consulting Services. And every week we talk all things money, bookkeeping, and smart strategies for business owners like you, mompreneurs, my social workers, real estate agents. This is all for you. But today's topic is about handling cash transactions, best practices for accurate bookkeeping because yes, cash is still a thing. For me, maybe not. I don't carry cash, but that's why when I do go to booth, so like when whether you're running a booth at a weekend market, do hear from your home salon or sell products at pop-ups. If you're taking cash, this is for you. And I love the ones that also take other electronic payments because I'm an Apple Pay girl and everything else, not Cash App, but everything else. So now let's talk about why this matters. Cash is super convenient, right? It's fast, it's simple, but when it comes to your bookkeeping, cash can get messy. And if you're not tracking those transactions properly, you could be underreporting your income. Hello, red flag to the IRS, losing out on legit business deductions, or just not really knowing how your business is doing. For me, this one is the number one thing, just not really knowing how your business is doing because numbers don't lie. Numbers tell the truth. It tells our story, bookkeeping, hence books. It's going to tell a story about your business. So if you're bringing in cash, $100, $200, $300, $400, it starts to add up throughout the year, right? So you want to make sure you're counting it and accounting for it the right way. We want to we want clean, reliable numbers, and that includes every dollar, even the ones that don't hit your bank account. Okay. So here are some best practices for handling cash properly. Number one, you're going to use, let me just double check one thing because we be having banners and I don't be using it. So yeah, we don't have it broken down that way right now, but the first one would be use a receipt book or app. Every time you accept cash, write a receipt or log it in an app like Wave, QuickBooks, or even Google Sheets if you're just starting. And then number two, deposit regularly. Don't sit on a bunch of cash. Make regular deposits and know where each one came from. Okay. Number three, separate personal and business. Please don't mix your personal cash with your business cash. Keep it separate to stay audit proof. That's our goal here, audit proof books to make sure we're doing what we got to do. And number four, log everything daily or weekly. The longer you wait, the harder it is to remember. So if you're doing weekly, like booths, for instance, Crown Jewels, you'll find her at almost every event on Long Island. And she's usually selling all her jewelry, and she might have sometimes cash. And then for her, it would be easier for her to probably either deposit it the next day or for her to deposit it weekly. But depending on how often she's doing a show, or she's popping up at a pop-up shop, or when she's at events like Tasha's events and stuff like that. But anyway, there's going to be a time when you want to schedule when you're going to deposit the cash, right? And then the next thing is you want to take photos or receipts. Yes, even if it's just your sticky note or handwritten, it counts as a record. So you want to just take a digital copy. You can take a picture on your phone, create a photo album, and go from there. And then maybe when you meet with an accountant, we can help you determine on where to store it actually, because even in QuickBooks, there's ways to store your pictures to each transaction that you put in your bank account. So that would be definitely what we can do there. But before I wrap it up, I know there's some questions. We had some questions come in as soon as we posted this topic this week. So our first question is, oh, sorry, what is the best way to record a cash transaction if I don't have an accounting software? Uh, okay. If you don't have an accounting software yet, start with, hold on, it's reconnecting my Instagram. Ah. If you don't have an accounting software yet, start with a simple spreadsheet or a physical receipt book. You can buy it at like 99-cent stores, Dollar Tree, the ones that you write down what it was for. You're going to write down the date, amount, customer name, and what the sale was for. Consistency is the key. So you want to stick to one thing. You don't want to start with one thing this week and then next week you're doing something else. You want to start with you want to make sure you're doing the same thing throughout, even I would say for a whole year. And then when the new year comes, then change it up because it gets crazy. That's what we call our shoebox clients, is when they have things from here, there, and there. Even the same with bank accounts. Like I say, switch your bank account at the end of the year. Like if you're thinking about moving banks, I wouldn't move it right away. I would kind of like open it up an account maybe within a year and then go in from the same thing. But stick to something for the year or a few months or whatever, but don't be doing something. Well, this week I did this show and I wrote it down in this receipt book or I put it in a notebook. Stick to it. If you're going to do receipt books, stick to receipt books. If you're going to do Google Sheets, do your Google Sheets for every job for the year, right? Next question I have is, I sometimes use my cash sales. Hold on. I use my cash sales for business expenses on the same day. Is that okay? What do you guys think? What am I going to say? It's okay as long as you're tracking both sides of transactions. So you can record the cash out, then log the expense and keep the receipt. That way, everything still gets documented properly. So what you're going to end up doing, say it's $100 in cash sales, and then you go and purchase something for $20. You're going to deposit the remainder into your bank account, the $80, but you're going to have that $20 receipts. You're going to have all the receipts of the cash sales and then put them together. And then you can also attach that to the same transaction, like the same deposit. If you're using QuickBooks online, there's a way where you can attach certain receipts. So you can attach all those receipts, the expenses, and also the cash sale into one transaction, because what we can do is, it's going to get more complicated, but we can break it down, the transactions, into like two different things. We can have it one for the sale, one for the expense. Okay. My next question is, how often should I deposit cash into my bank? Like I said, it's a catch 21-22 type of thing. It's all about, ideally you want to do once a week or whenever your cash on hand hits a certain threshold. So depositing regularly keeps your records clean, prevents theft or loss. It makes it easy to reconcile with your books. I say once a week so you can remember, if you're, especially if you're not writing things down as soon as it happens, do once a week so you can go through the week and write down, oh, this was for that, this is for that. But I usually, the same way they do it with us in Walmarts and whatever store we go, they're taking the cash and they're recording it right away. You want to do the same thing, record right away, and then deposit once a week, okay? But depositing regularly helps a lot, right? So that pretty much ends with my questions. Let me see if anybody has questions live for me in my world of LinkedIn, YouTube, and Facebook. So no questions right there. So keeping track of cash doesn't have to be complicated, but you do have to be intentional. If you're ever in doubt, the rule is track it like it was digital. Treat cash the same way you treat a Stripe or Zelle payment. It all counts. And thanks for hanging out with me today. And if it helps you, drop a comment or send this live to a fellow business friend who still takes cash. And I will see you next week. I'm not gonna say a time because it could be 12, it could be 7. I don't know. These kids have me going all over the place. And this is why mompreneurs are in my heart. And I help you guys as much as I can, because who else won't do it? What other accounts is out there really helping mompreneurs right now? It's a lot. Like, this is the last thing you want to worry about is accounting. You want to worry about these kids' schedules and the calendar. And now it's summertime. Oh my gosh, it's gonna get crazy. But yeah, I'm signing out, y'all. Have a good one. Bye bye. Bye. Mm, mm. Bye, y'all.